Good evening, TikTok friends. I want to have a discussion on the recent CSME, Caribbean Single Market and Economy CARICOM initiative, wherein four Caribbean nations, Barbados, Belize, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Dominica, decided to have full movement of nationals between borders. That is, nationals from these four nations can access each nation. They can live indefinitely and work, send their children to school, and access emergency and primary health care in each other's regions. So it's a pilot project, and we will wait and see what are the pitfalls. And remember also that these four nations, their complete population is about 865,000 persons. Barbados has roughly 282,000 persons. Belize 417,000 persons. St. Vincent and the Grenadines 99,000, and Dominica 66,000 roughly. So they are also were a part of the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States. So they have already had some form of regional integration among themselves, and so they are better able, they are more prepared to deal with this kind of regional integration. I hear people in Jamaica criticizing heavily the government as it concerns Jamaica. Can I just say to you guys that Jamaica is not yet ready, neither are we prepared to go so deep in regional integration. Why do I say so? Our legal system, there are laws would have to be changed to facilitate indefinite stay of nationals. Remember, nationals can stay in each other territory without the need to apply for a work permit or any residency permits. And so our laws would have to be changed. And also there are implications for social services. Remember, schools, the school system, the health system already overburdened. Everybody know our health system in Jamaica. So we have to tread carefully before we decide to go that deep as these four states. All right. Also remember too that as I said, population is a consideration. Jamaica has roughly 3 million persons. So if we're going to be doing this kind of regional integration, it really ought to be with larger Caribbean states such as Trinidad and maybe Guyana. Guyana has roughly 800,000 persons. Trinidad, 1.5 million persons. And remember, there are varying degrees of development in each state, infrastructure wise, and so on. You may find that persons begin to complain that citizens from other Caribbean countries are taking away their jobs. This can lead to political and public opinion repercussions, where people may decide that the politicians are not protecting their rights, and as a result, politicians fear that next election they may be voted out. So you can understand why they are timid in taking this leap, because it's a huge step, but it is a step in the right direction. That is my opinion. Also, we have to look at stability of economies and the dollar. Some of these states such as Barbados have more stable dollar than we do. They roughly 2 to 1 for the past 30 odd years. The Bajan dollar is about 2 to 1 to the US. Same thing in Belize. So they are more stable in terms of their economies, right? So we can't just run and leap and jump because there are problems. We'll have a problem. Where is the money going to come from to deal with these flow, this added migration, more people coming into the country to work and to live and to send their children to school? There's going to be needed more facilities, and so tax may increase to find money to do all of these things. So please, we have to study the thing, critically think about the thing before we start to criticize and critique it, because knowledge is power. All right. Also, as I say, there are other considerations. Remember too, countries such as Haiti. Haiti is a member of CARICOM, but it is not yet a part of the CSME, the CARICOM single market economy, because there are language barriers in Haiti. Haiti speaks French. The other countries in the region speak English. So that is a problem too. And remember, the population of Haiti is roughly 11.5 million persons, which is 4 times that of Jamaica. So if we should integrate with a country like Haiti, we may have a serious problem, because we'll have a huge influx of people fleeing because of economic circumstances, and that will impact wages, because these people may come to Jamaica and offer their services at a cheaper rate, thereby crowding out Jamaicans out of their jobs, and then we start to have upheavals and problems and so on and so forth. So this is something that will take time. I do not see Jamaica nor Trinidad coming on board for some years yet. That is my opinion, because it is going to take time to amend the various laws and to prepare for the influx. But the good thing is that if there is a gap in labor market, for example, where there are teachers or nurses that are required in one particular region, then another region can supply teachers and nurses. And the fact that there are opportunities in other Caribbean countries, people would be less inclined to migrate to North America, to countries such as USA and Canada, because they would stay in the region, because there would be opportunities in the region for them. So that may stem, right, the brain drain that we currently have in the region. But as I say, let us see how Barbados, Belize, St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Dominica, how this pans out, and then we can learn from their mistakes, right? But it's something that we have to consider carefully, tread carefully. It's not something we can leap into, because it takes a lot of planning, it takes time, it takes money, right? And many persons may not be prepared for nationalistic upheavals, where you have people may feel that a particular country's persons are coming to take away their jobs, and then we may have problems in that sphere. But it's a good thing, because you have cultural exchanges, you have an exchange of talents, and people, the Caribbean identity is enhanced, right? But as I say, we have to tread carefully. It's not something to jump into. But it is a good thing. I believe that there can be some kind of phase basis implementation, where you implement a small amount of it at a time and see how it works. And then as the years go by, you implement another small portion of it, and so on and